just going to point.
We're live.
Oh, hey! We are here at McCulloh Therapeutic Solutions with Sarah Emory.
Hi.
We teamed up with MTS earlier in the summer to do the summer shakedown, and we just realized that they offer so much good stuff that we wanted you guys to check it out and see what the Spartanburg Clinic has to offer. Katie, I don't think y'all might not know this, Katie's a pediatric OT and I'm an early childhood educator, and we really understand the value of early intervention, and we just thought that Sarah had some great information that she could share. So do you just want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Sarah Emory. My mom and I actually started McCulloh Therapeutic Solutions 12 years ago, which I cannot believe it. My mom is now officially retired, but I'm still here. For now. So, yes, I'm about to have our third child. I'm 33 weeks pregnant, so I have a 2.5-year-old, almost 3-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old at home. So I am knee-deep in all the mommy things. So I definitely believe in early intervention because we do that all the time at my house.
Absolutely. Okay, so tell us some of the services that y'all offer here in this clinic.
Absolutely. So we have our clinic here in Spartanburg. We also have a clinic in Greenville as well, and we do speech therapy services, which would encompass any speech concerns, any language concerns, anything related to that, such as children that are on the autism spectrum, children that may be having trouble saying their R's with their S's, children that have ADHD, a whole broad range of things that we cover here. Also, through a separate company, we offer OT and PT at both of these clinics as well. Occupational therapy and physical therapy.
Yeah. And what ages?
Absolutely. So we believe early intervention is the absolute best. So we actually, some children, depending on their diagnosis, of course, can come to us as early, as birth. So we do birth up to 21 years of age. Most of our children fall somewhere in that under 10 age group.
And what about outside your clinic? Do you offer any services outside of these walls?
Absolutely. So we have a travel therapy division, which is amazing. So we have speech pathologists that would come to your house, so you don't even have to leave, or come to your child's daycare, our private school. So that's a huge part of what we do, and it really, really helps because you're right, like moms are so busy. I mean, I only have a 2.5-year-old, and I'm already so busy. So we come to you as well through our travel therapy division. We also have the 2 clinics, one in Spartanburg and one in Greenville. We also have a schools division as well, which covers many private and public schools in the upstate.
Okay, so if a parent is concerned or if they're just wondering, where can they look to see what kind of milestones their child should be hitting as they develop?
Absolutely. I believe a mom's intuition is always 100% right, at least when they have a concern. But you can look on our website, mtskids.com. We have a full list of your sensory milestones, a full list of motor milestones, so gross motor milestones. When should my child be walking, crawling, jumping, skipping, things like that, as well as all your speech and language milestones as well.
So if you're thinking that your child is missing some marks, or you're just a little bit curious, what's the next step?
Absolutely. I would, number one, encourage you to talk to your pediatrician because they know a lot about child development, obviously. We also, if you feel like something's not quite right or you're wanting a second opinion, we've got a free speech, language, and hearing screening that we do that's available to anyone. All you need to do is either call our office or fill out an online form, and you can find that either on our Facebook page or on our website. They come in, and that really sets a baseline for you too. So you're worried about maybe your child's S production, or maybe wonder if they're not following directions quite right, or even worried about their hearing. We get a lot of children who have multiple ear infections, and even though their hearing is typical, during their ear infection, they can't hear as well. It's like they're underwater. So especially birth to 3, if they're missing any hearing between that time, a lot of times it's a red flag for a speech and language delay or speech and language disorder. So if your child has a history of ear infection, I would definitely recommend a speech and language screening.
Okay, so the process after that screening, tell us a little bit about what happens after that.
Absolutely. So a screening is a quick 10 to 15 minute process. It's really pass or fail. From that though, if you pass, awesome, that's amazing. If you fail, you would be recommended for a full evaluation. So at that point, you could take that screening to your pediatrician, voice your concerns, and then they would write a prescription for you for a speech and language evaluation, which would be a more in-depth. Usually speech evaluations are like an hour, hour and a half long, just to get a really good picture of your child and where they're doing great and where there are things that need improvement. And so we can attack those next steps, like what's next for your child, how can they be the best that they can be, because really our mission is to give the next generation a voice that lasts forever. So wherever your child falls along that spectrum, we want to be able that, you know, their children's children know like their voice. So forward thinking and forward looking.
And they'll do that evaluation here in the office, is that right?
Yeah.
And don't think that your kids will be intimidated here in the office, because we just walked through and it looks like so much fun out there, and we're going to go check it out and take some pictures, but it is not what you think of when you think of taking your kid to a doctor's office or anything like that. So be sure to check back in for those pictures. And then, so your child, does insurance typically cover any speech services, or what would that look like?
Absolutely, and that's a conversation you have to have with your insurance company, because we all know insurance is
not my favorite thing.
There's so many different rules and regulations, so we encourage the parent to have that conversation. Of course, we have all the Medicaid and Medicaid HMOs. We're in network with all of them. A lot of parents also pay. Health savings accounts are super popular these days, and a lot of speech therapy is covered by that as well. So it really just depends on the person's plan. There's a wonderful, wonderful program in South Carolina for children that are birth to 3 called BabyNet, and you would receive services free of charge, and it's not based on your income level. It's based on your child's performance level. And you also get this really cool thing called an early interventionist that would come to your house every week too and help you with so many things. They're so wonderful. So if your child is in that age range, that birth to 3 age range, they also help with transitioning to public school, which is amazing, because I don't know if y'all know, but if you qualify for the public school for speech and language, you could also get it there as well. Now the key word is qualify. You may or may not qualify based on what the school policy is, but they would help you in that transition as well. So BabyNet is a wonderful, wonderful program, especially for early intervention. I mean, we have had so many children with us that started at like 18 months of age, and oh my word, language and speech has just exploded and done so well, and they're able to go into the typical kindergarten
and we know you can't get that time back. If you lose the intervention during early years, you can't pick it up. You can't always pick it up later. It's very hard.
Well, like 90% of your brain is formed in the first 4 years. There's no do-over. There's no like timeout. There's none of that. That's why early intervention is so important, because of how much your child's brain is formed.
And we have awesome free services in our state. So.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are some good activities you can do at home with your kids to encourage speech and language development?
I love this question. This is my life right now because of my children. This is definitely my life, is thinking of new and fun activities, or finding new and fun activities.
Oh, we can all relate.
So first of all, I would say go to Hub City Kids and follow them on Instagram, because they have all the activities, all the fun things. Anytime you can get your child out and doing something different, they're building language, they're building their communication skills. So we want to encourage things just in a child's natural environment, like nothing, no bells and whistles, just your natural flow of things. So the more you can get out and go to like the Children's Museum, the Spartanburg Library is amazing, and it's free of charge. Me and my children go there all the time. It's the best. And then MTS Kids, we post activities all the time as well on our Instagram and our Facebook and the Insta story. We just did an Insta story on our favorite things from IKEA. So we're really trying to keep that budget-friendly mindset as well.
Yes. And we'll definitely link to MTS in there. all their social media and website.
Yay! So I'd say things that you can do at home is as easy as following a schedule. So knowing that your child knows what's next. So you wake up in the morning, you put your clothes on, you eat breakfast, you go to school. Children love structure so much. They love knowing what's next. And the more they feel comfortable in their schedule, the more they're able to learn new language because they are feeling relaxed. They do feel comfortable. Also, I tell lots of parents that language is developed out of necessity. So if you're always answering your child's questions for them, like if you're always saying yes or no for them, then they don't have a need to develop language because you're doing it for them.
Yeah.
So we call it here at MTS, we call it the power of the pause. And it's going to feel uncomfortable, but if you pause for 5 to 10 seconds waiting for your child's response, they're probably going to respond back to you, and that helps them build their social communication back to you as well. It helps them process what they want to say and then gives them the time to say it as well.
That is, I need to remember that.
Power of the pause.
I just want to push it through.
And that works really well in a lot of situations.
Yes.
Not just with your children. If you pause and let someone else think and then give a response, it's really also a great mom and just life tip.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, and we can't wait to check out the office and post some pictures of it, so be sure to check down on our feed on Instagram and Facebook, and stay tuned to the website because we'll have a blog post coming up soon with MTS, and thank you guys for checking it out.
Thanks, guys. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.